When it comes to comfort and Tuttle, local matters.
And nobody keeps our hometown in the game like Coke's Mechanical Heat and Air.
Owned and operated right here in Tuttle by Bo Kokenauer and his family, Coke's Mechanical is your MVP for heating and cooling.
Bo knows Oklahoma weather changes faster than a fourth quarter comeback.
And he'll keep you comfortable year-round, no matter the score.
Proud to be the official Heat and Air sponsor of Tiger TV.
Coke's Mechanical Heat and Air.
Where local matters and your comfort wins.
There's a few things we live by in Oklahoma: honesty, integrity, and hard work. At Triton Foundation Repair, if you don't need foundation repair work, we will be the company that tells you, because when you do need it, we want to be the company that doesn't. Honesty, integrity, and hard work. Triton Foundation Repair.
Shelter Insurance, Joy speaking.
It's Aubrey. I need to file a claim.
How can I help?
When I got home from school today, I found the house completely in shambles. All the windows are broken, the roof is ripped off, and the kitchen is destroyed.
Put your brother on the phone.
Mitchell, Mom's on the phone.
When the unexpected strikes, see shelter agent Rhonda Littleton in Oklahoma City.
Over the years, a lot has changed. Thankfully, in Tuttle, a few things have stayed the same. The people here are still the best, the school's teams are always competitive, and Williams Plumbing Service is still serving the community. For all your plumbing needs, call Williams Plumbing Service. One family serving Tuttle since 1949. Thank you, Tuttle, and go Tigers.
Whether you just came from a workout or you're just out and about, our Social Sips have everything you need to feel good to feel good. Here at Social, we have a variety of teas, shakes, social bowls, or you can even try one of our cold brew coffees, made with you in mind. At Mustang Social and Hometown Social, it's always tea time.
At Core Orthodontics in Newcastle, we believe every smile has a story. That's why our board-certified orthodontist offers the latest in Lightforce custom braces and is recognized as a top Invisalign provider nationwide. We love helping kids as young as 6 start their journey to achieve their best smile, and we make it easy for families with free initial consultations, all insurances accepted, and no interest payment plans. Your best smile starts here. Core Orthodontics in Newcastle and Ada.
Williams Foods, more than just a grocery store. Williams Foods has been serving communities since 1971. That is 45 years strong and counting. We are successful because we offer great service, great prices, fresh produce, and the best meat money can buy. Williams Foods is not just in your communities, we are a part of your community. We donate 1% back to any nonprofit organization, and we donate up to 6 cents per labels to anyone fundraising. Williams Foods, where we still sack and carry out your groceries for you because you deserve it.
All right, welcome to Tiger TV. We're here on the Coaches Show on a Sunday afternoon. It is a warm Sunday in November, just like it was a warm Friday night here late in the season. Round 1 of the playoffs happened. Clinton Red Tornadoes came to town, and it was a pretty weak dust-up if you're going to measure it on the EF scale Friday night. The Tigers took care of business and handled things. 51-6 was the final. Looked like it was going to open up and be a little bit exciting as Clinton kind of took that opening kickoff down to the 1-yard line, and looked like Clinton came with a plan and ready to play, and then the Tigers got after them after that.
Sure did. I mean, man, they had one schemed up and did it running, did a great job. A lot of credit to them for that. I mean, they did a great job with it. Loved our guys' effort, chasing it down and not letting it go all the way, and then they get in on the first offensive play. How are we going to react? And thought the way our kids responded said a lot about them as a football team and as a group.
Yeah.
And rattled off 51 unanswered. So I would say that's a response.
No, that's a fantastic response. And I thought you really saw sort of the trust between the units play out when special teams gives up a big play, defense gives up a touchdown, we're behind for possibly the first time all season or pretty close to it. And the offense comes out and they are cool, calm, and collected. And just they get down to business. They score 2 plays later. Cruz Campbell, it was a foreshadowing of what the night was going to be like when that pass just zips out of his hand, hits his receiver in stride, and off to the races. they go for an 80-yard touchdown. And so that was kind of how the night went for Cruz. He was spinning it really well.
Absolutely. And I mean, you're always looking at what the other team's going to do to you, and once they reveal their hand and something, everybody's going to try to take something away from you, right?
Yeah.
So, Cruz took what was there. I didn't think any of his throws were greedy throws either. I mean, he had six TD passes, and I thought most of them were on schedule and to the people they should have gone to with the read progression. He is really settling in and playing really good football. You know, if he needs to throw it away, throw it away. He's doing the right thing and he's leading the team. And then, we're going to talk about his stat line a lot, but, I thought running the football was huge, especially in the second half. They made some adjustments in the secondary, and I think we averaged 8 yards a carry or something close to that in the run game. So thought we were efficient in both areas. Again, turnovers played out in our favor, which is always a good thing. Other than the return on the first kickoff, I thought special teams played pretty well as well. I thought Parker punted the ball well. Thought we covered it well. We got to kill it inside the 5.
Yeah.
Just trying to do what we can do. We've got to play all 3 phases successfully and be. We got to be relevant in special teams. We got to make differences in special teams, and we've done a pretty good job of that all year. So, hey, man, I'm thankful. I was really proud of the kids. Nobody flinched. They just said, all right, what we got to do? I mean, and went on with the plan. But they've been like that all year. There's no secret why they have a good record. I mean, we've played well, and a lot of credit to Clinton as well. I mean, that was, I'm sure, a highly emotional week with their self-reporting, and then an appeal, and then winning enough games to play at home in the playoffs, and then not getting to do that, and having to travel to a district champions place first round. I mean, that was a lot for them last week. But I'll give them a lot of credit. They do what Clinton teams do. They play hard, well coached, and do their thing. I mean, they're not going to back down from anybody, and neither were we. So
yeah. No, I thought Clinton, very physical team. Watching them warm up, you kind of saw that they had the size, they had some bodies there. And you're exactly right. That's what Clinton's going to come in and do. There were times where all 11 of their guys are on the line of scrimmage, it looks like, on offense, and you know what's coming. They're going to try and get it, and they're going to, have an extra blocker out in front. And they're going to try and out physical you. And I thought our defense responded well to that. Didn't get pushed around. And I thought it was a really good game, with the exception of that, when you're trying to defend it from the 1 yard line, that makes things a little tough. But outside of that, I thought the defense played extremely well.
They did. I can't tell you the exact stats, but I can get you close. I think they ended up with 92, 93 yards of offense, something like that, and only 5 passing yards. So, we did what we had to do on defense, and I think that's the name of the game in defense. You can't get too hung up in yardage here and there. You got to get hung up on, do we get stops? And we got stops.
Yeah, and another really good night from that linebacking core. Again, we talk about it kind of week after week that they're playing downhill, playing fast. Will Garrett had some big hits this week. Brody Fisher's kind of becoming known for sticking his nose in there and popping them a little bit. I thought Noah Herring played great on the line this week, plugging up the hole. May not have had a ton of penetration and pursuit, but was in the hole a lot this week.
He disrupted the run game, especially early on. I think it was early. We moved him from end to nose a little bit, and we do that in a game. But I thought he had a huge impact on the game when he was at nose, and then all the guys around that play well. Tanner Burnham did some deep snapping for us the other night. Tanner's been a role player on the defensive line. Gage Goodwin, Holocaust, Herring. I mean, just those guys go in and play hard and give us good minutes and great effort, and that lets everybody around them function really well.
Yeah, and then you got the back end. You got Jordan and Jalen out there on the edge, which if anything spills out to those guys, you're very comfortable with them making a tackle in space. And then Jordan had the wonderful, amazing, you can use all the adjectives and superlatives you want for that pick 6 return that he had, but he was in the right spot. And Major Vanderberg was right there too. If Jordan didn't get it, Major would have had it, I feel like.
I agree.
And that was, our defense putting points on the board again.
Yeah, I thought both corners are very consistent. You know what they are and how they play, and they do a great job. And I thought Jet and Major played really well at safety the other night, and I thought everybody played pretty clean on defense. Turner got another turnover as well, which he always does, and again, like we say every week, defense is a group effort, and to hold them to one touchdown on that short field, I thought it was a great group effort for our defense.
Yeah, before we take our first break, I want to circle back to Cruz Campbell and talk about a few things from, talking from last year to this year. I think two of the areas that I've seen him improve the most, his footwork and his speed overall. I think that's gotten phenomenal, and that's credit to the work that he's done over the summer and into this year. And then I thought last year there were a few games where his motor got revved up a little too high, and you could see everything was coming out a little hot off his hand. The passes just had a little too much on them. And I thought last week we really saw him kind of just come out even kill, even temper. It's a big week. It's an exciting environment. The opportunity for that motor to rev is there, and he did a fantastic job controlling that and looked very, very polished in the pocket. And like you said, everything was on schedule. He went to the places he should have gone with the ball, and the passes were crisp the other night. I thought that was very exciting to see.
I think you're right on the money with him. I think Cruz just continues to work. He works nonstop at it. But I thought even in practice last week, you could tell he was really focused. He was really locked in. He doesn't say a lot of unnecessary things anyway. I mean, he'll speak. He's a really good communicator, but there's not a lot of unnecessary talk with Cruz. And Cruz was very businesslike in practice this week, very locked in. And I saw him. We were stretching. They were stretching in the weight room before they got on the bus to go, and you could just see it in his eye. He was smiling. He was ready to play football, and as they all are, just very, very excited about them.
Yeah, when Cruz Campbell kind of has that Baker Mayfield mentality, woke up feeling dangerous, it's going to be a good day for the Tigers. Right. We need 3 more of those weeks. But I was really, really impressed with the speed at which he played. The game looked like he was in control the whole time. Again, the passes were crisp right there. He was hitting guys in stride. It was really, really fun to watch.
It was. And then he's knowledgeable. He's weathered the storms. He's been there before. It's not his first rodeo. He's got guys around him he trusts, guys around him he believes in. And the offensive line's done a nice job of keeping people off of his toes. And that helps a bunch.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we'll relive some of those moments as we look at highlights here in just a minute. We'll take a break on Tiger TV on the Coaches Show and be back in just a moment.
Contemporary Family Dentistry Newcastle has been serving the Tri-City community since 2008 and is excited to announce the opening of our second location in Blanchard. Don't have dental insurance? That's not a problem at Contemporary Family Dentistry. We have a $250 annual membership that covers cleanings and exams, eliminating the feeling that you can't go to the dentist. For more information, visit our website at www.cfdok.com.
The First National Bank and Trust Company presents to you the Tuttle Team Spirit Card. We proudly serve more than 20 area schools and have donated more than $82,000 in 2023. So, what are you waiting for? Support your Tuttle Tigers and make every transaction count. Come by the bank to get your Team Spirit Card today at no cost to you. The First National Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
When it comes to keeping Tuttle comfortable, local matters.
That's why families trust Koch's Mechanical Heat and Air, your hometown heating and cooling expert.
Owned and operated right here in Tuttle by Bo Kokenauer and his family, Koch's Mechanical knows what our Oklahoma weather can dish out.
And they're here to keep your home just right all year long.
They're not just serving the community, they're part of it.
Koch's Mechanical is proud to be the official heat and air sponsor of Tiger TV.
Koch's Mechanical Heat and Air, where local matters and your comfort comes first.
As a mama, you're constantly pulled in every direction. HotWorks is where you get to hit pause. Sweat out the stresses you recenter in just 30 minutes. You deserve this.
Williams Foods, more than a grocery store. At Williams Foods, we pride ourselves on our meat, and we have the best, the freshest, the most tender meat money can buy. There is no better meat in the world. Williams Foods cuts it fresh every day, just the way you like it. Don't be fooled by big box stores that don't cut their meat on site. We do meat right and better than anyone. Williams Foods, where we still sack and carry out your groceries for you because you deserve it. Williams Foods, your fresh meat, fresh produce, and much more store since 1971.
At Core Orthodontics in Newcastle, we believe every smile has a story. That's why our board-certified orthodontist offers the latest in Light Force custom braces and is recognized as a top Invisalign provider nationwide. We love helping kids as young as 6 start their journey to achieve their best smile, and we make it easy for families with free initial consultations, all insurances accepted, and no interest payment plans. Your best smile starts here. Core Orthodontics in Newcastle and Ada.
Over the years, a lot has changed. Thankfully, in Tuttle, a few things have stayed the same. The people here are still the best, the school's teams are always competitive, and Williams Plumbing Service is still serving the community. For all your plumbing needs, call Williams Plumbing Service. One family serving Tuttle since 1949. Thank you, Tuttle, and go Tigers.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them.
Hey, Ben.
Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most.
In Oklahoma City, see Shelter Agent Rhonda Littleton for a free insurance review.
Welcome back to Tiger TV. We're here on the Coaches Show on this Sunday afternoon. Round 1 of the playoffs is in the books. The Tigers win round 1 over the Clinton Red Tornadoes. Week 2 coming up, we'll talk about later, but that'll be the Grove Ridge Runners, I believe, is the mascot there. So they'll be coming to town, and we'll talk about that one in a little bit. But in the meantime, we're going to look at some highlights from this past week. So we'll kind of look at this quarter by quarter. We'll do quarter 1, quarter 2, and then quarters 3 and 4 together. So, Kevin, if you'll roll those highlights, we'll talk through them.
You could see them early making a commitment to stop the run game. They had a lot of people up and doing what they needed to do to stop the run. You could tell that was the focus of what was going on. And now we've got to find the windows in what's going on. And right there, you see a beautiful pass. And then, the Lane boys know what to do with the ball when they get it. So big night for Jordo right there. That was Jordo right there. Well,
yeah. Jordan had the first one.
Mm-hmm. And there you can see what you were talking about earlier, the toss with the quarterback lead blocking. We get it strung out and the linebackers get to it. There's a little power run game by them. Again, bend don't break, right?
Right.
They're going to get something. They do a great job. They really do a nice job of executing their offense. And again, there's Will Garrett stepping up, plug the hole. Got a lot of people in here now working hard. See Wick getting down the line and making a play. A lot of bodies at the football. And get him in a passing situation, able to get some pressure on him. He steps up and we get the sack. So.
Yeah, I was talking through that one. That one right there, your linebackers actually push it to your lineman on that play. You don't see that a ton, but it happened on that one.
It was a beautiful contained rush. And here, Jalen picks this one up late, has room to run. And, man, if we can get a body or two out in front of him going, it's fun to watch.
If we kept it going right, I think that goes to the house. But great return, got a good field position, and back to the ground game with Sean Roundsville.
We're up 7-6 at this point, I believe.
Yes.
Get the field turned back in our favor, and then taking the shot to Donnie. I thought this was a great throw, and, man, Donnie almost made that play.
It was almost a spectacular throw and catch.
They did a great job, and here a little bit of power running, and you could see they've got a lot of bodies.
This is a third down right here. Now we're going for it on fourth down right here.
Yep.
And just a little scramble drill.
Just making something out of nothing. They did a great job with pressure and had people covered, and we got to extend the play and get an off-schedule first down. We come back, and again, I think Cruz is doing a great job of taking what's there at that point. So I think we end up getting a field goal.
Yeah, Diego kicked a field goal there, so it's 10-6 at this point.
Mm-hmm. Again, you can see them in some heavy sets, couple backs, and doing what Clinton does. I mean, that's Clinton football 101 and what they've done for years. So, you got to be willing to stand in there and stop it. And here we lucky to get that one tripped up. We lose leverage on that one right there, and then we come back with a little bit of fly sweep and a power play here, and Sean makes a big run. So you could see us starting to get our wits about us on offense, kind of getting a better feel for what they've got going and what we're trying to get done. So, take it in chunks, get what you can get, take whatever they're giving us, and keep working hard. And that's what they do. Right there's another good run. Guys out in front trying to block. So come back here, and Cruz makes an excellent throw off of this one. And that's a great play.
Get the first down, keep the drive going.
Yep. Little power look again, and there goes Sean. I mean, doing a great job of getting the end of the line of scrimmage pushed down and getting a nice kick block and a swab by the other pulling lineman. So, taking what they give us. You got to be patient, and I don't think we're trying to do things out of order. I think we're taking what's there, and when you get down early, sometimes it's hard to keep your bearings, and I thought Coach Brand and Coach Shoup did a great job of keeping things in order.
Yeah.
And doing what we had to do to get first downs.
Yeah, and I love as you watch the kind of the rhythm of it and the flow, you can see kind of that jab with Sean and kind of feel out what's going there. See if maybe that big right hook can come at some point in the run game. But then in the meantime, kind of throwing some haymakers down the field. Also, I loved some of the concepts they threw out the other night with some of the wick in motion and some of those kind of things, moving guys around. I thought, man, just some really fun plays to watch develop. And then when Cruz is slinging it around the field, it was really, really fun to see the result too.
It is. And he's pretty good at it. But, in order to do that, you've also got to have a group of receivers that function well and catch the ball. And I think our guys catch the ball pretty well. You don't see a ton of drops. And, that's how they practice. That's how they perform. It's no secret.
Yeah, and for those young guys, when you're watching these receivers, one thing that I note with these receivers is there's not a lot of balls being caught on the pads. They're not letting them get into their body. They do a great job getting their hands up and getting their hands on the ball and catching them with their hands, which I think gives them a little more advantage in their yards after catch because they're kind of prepped and ready to tuck and run.
You're right. And Coach Bell does a great job working with them in practice, and they work on those things, and they get a ton of reps every week, and they take them, and the young guys are getting much better at it as well. So, it's a good group. They block for each other. They don't get mad when they don't get the ball. I mean, they know their time's coming. They know Cruz will throw it to whoever's open. He doesn't care who it is. He's going to put the ball where it needs to go. So, it would be a fun offense to play a skill position in. I promise you that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll take a look at the highlights from the second quarter here and see some more of that in action.
Straight drop here, and he got a window over there in coverage. Felt like he had a hold to fit it in, and then they come back, fake the toss, quarterback run, and you can see a lot of red shirts, red hats at the ball. So real happy with that. Like the way our defense is pursuing right here. I think they ran a speed out right there, and we tackled it for about 4 yards. So being smart too. We've got the lead again. Here's a screen play, and the linebacker saw it and made a great tackle right there. That's a really nice play. Here's the one you were talking about where we hit Wick on this in practice a lot, and it's never been there in the game. So he finally got a window and makes a big play, and I know he was really excited about it. So he was fired up. That's nice. Then come back to the run game. Sean fits that sucker A gap and gets in there and makes a nice run on the cutback. We got it all knocked down, and then in and out for Sean. And again, doing what Sean does. Sean breaks tackles, and he's hard to bring down. So using his balance and trying to keep him on the ropes right here, So come back here, and this was just a beautiful throw and catch right here.
Yep, you see him hit his hands. He looks down, makes sure he's in. Puts more feet in on that one.
He did.
That one's good on Sundays too.
Yep.
That was just a great concept and a beautiful pitch and catch.
Beautiful throw and catch for sure. And I sound like a broken record, I know, but you see so many red shirts at the ball right there. Again, defense is a group effort, and you got to be willing to fit your gap and do it with little force. And our guys were doing it and back up, get in space. And this is one of the prettier plays you're going to see. Number one, just for him to stay in bounds. And number two, get to the sideline. Now I got some space, hit the spin button.
That's right.
Go, right.
Circle button on the old PS5 there, and then the brother Jalen kind of backpedaling in, making sure nobody gets to him.
He's going to protect his brother. That's
right.
for sure. So
That's right.
That's a big play. That's big momentum. Big excitement. Any turnover when you're not on, or any touchdown when you're not on offense is a big one. So get some momentum going, and then the defense again. Ton of people at the ball, right?
Well, if you're an offensive coordinator for Clinton, you're thinking, hey, we need to run the ball, but we can't.
Yeah.
Then we're going to try and throw it, and we give up a touchdown when we try and throw it. And then here we go back to there again, another turnover.
Get pressure on him, and he throws it over the receiver's head, and Mage is right where he's supposed to be in the middle of the field. And another turnover, short field for the offense. And they know what to do with it.
Right.
So found the same kind of matchup he had a couple of series before and liked what he had and took it again. So
and you didn't see it on the replay, but that was a beautiful route by Jalen. He gives a little hard step out and then back in, and it was fantastic.
He can do it. He's really good. And again, you see them patient with their quarterback run and doing what they're doing. I think at this point we're up 3 scores, I believe. So, on defense, you got to be patient too. You don't want to give up anything cheap. So just making sure we're in our lanes, doing what we're supposed to do. And if they drop back to throw, put pressure on them. And, that's what they did. I thought Coach Lemming had a great plan this week. I thought he had the linebackers ready to rock. And then Coach Finn and the D-line, the depth they've got rolling right now and the level they're playing is as good as we've had in a while. So
yeah, absolutely. And I thought it felt as though, and you talked about it, mentioned it, but as the game kind of went on a little bit, the defense got more comfortable with what the offense was, what Clinton was trying to do, and really picked up their pace and their tempo and started creating some real problems for Clinton and what they were trying to do.
It's hard to simulate another team's offense with your scout team because that's not what they do every day.
Right.
And our scout team does a really good job, and they take pride in it. And even though I thought we did it well, but we can't make it look like that, and it's different speed. So sometimes it takes just a touch to settle into that kind of stuff and get to the speed of the game and get your bearings about you. But our coaches had these guys ready to roll.
Yeah,
and they did a great job. And again, we're not perfect. We still got a lot of things we can fix, and then we'll do that here in just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Second week in a row, you faced a sophomore quarterback coming in that's pretty good, and he had a good night. I thought the defense made him play because he's one that likes to stick his nose in there and kind of deliver some punishment when he runs the ball. And I thought the defense really let him know they were there every time he tried to tuck it and run.
He's a physical kid, a strong kid. He's gonna be really good. They told me he's a really good baseball player as well. So you can tell he's a good athlete and had a lot going for him. And, Clinton kids are Clinton kids. They're going to battle.
Yeah.
They ain't scared. So we knew we were going to get everything they had. And they had a successful season and thought they were second place over there. So we knew what they could do. They're a really good football team. And we kind of got on them quick there in the second quarter, especially. I thought we kind of got after it a little bit and got some big stops. So, hey, a lot of credit to them. I know that had to be a heck of a week last week too, but they showed up hard, exactly what I thought they would do. So they're a good team and deserve credit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take a look at the kind of last batch of highlights here from the third and fourth quarter before we take our next break.
I thought this was great. This is how we started the half with the big offensive play right here and just straight ahead run, get off the goal line a little bit there and moving up. This was a big drive. I thought this was really, really important for us to go get points. So, Donnie gets by one and
Cruz doesn't throw it over the fingertips that time. It was just out of the reach of him the first time, and this time puts it right in his bread basket, and then Donnie takes it to the house.
Yeah, it's hard to get too creative things to say there, but then Donnie does a great job, and the wind's blowing pretty good here as well. To execute those plays in the wind is pretty good stuff, and we've done that in practice, and they did it again, of course. There you can see the quarterback out lead blocking for the toss, and corner come up late and make the play, and the defense has got it strung out, flattened out, where we can use our speed and run, and then you see guys trying to get to the ball and finish. So Turner, Sean Rounsaville, those guys all around the football here and leveraging the ball back to our backers and make sure our backers are where they belong to finish the play and doing a nice job. So a short side toss again. And man, I believe we're just trying to be patient here on defense as well. The clock is in our favor. The score's in our favor. Trying to be pretty patient and just make sure we can do what we do and play our base well and make tackles. And you can see a lot of guys getting the ball. Turner creates the fumble there and gets it, doesn't he?
He does. And I thought this was great because this was a drive where Clinton has got some first downs kind of stacking up, and they're moving the ball down the field. You mentioned it, time was not their friend. But the defense is patient. They don't get too kind of out of sorts that Clinton's getting some first downs, and they get the turnover there with Turner Lemming, and then back to Sean Rounsville, and then here comes Nuke Carter Van Auken in the game to try his hand at it.
Yeah, Sean just got a long touchdown called back, so he was a little out of gas there. And you say Braxton Howell getting in the game. Braxton has improved, like, seems by the day lately, and getting a little game there. He's done a great job in practice, and this is just as a quarterback, when that happens and we score on it, it's your night, man.
Absolutely, yeah. We talked about the hands earlier, and that was one right there. Tips off the defender at his shoelaces, brings it in, takes it to the house.
And again, good kickoff coverage right there. They mishandle one, and Jalen's right there. And again, Will Garrett. I mean, how fitting, right?
Right, absolutely.
Doing a great job. They're doing an excellent job. We get pressure off the backside. Sean beats his guy, and Donnie right here on a punt return, making people miss and getting positive yards, trying to get back to the 50, get a short field. And here you can see we've got a second group of skill kids in. We got Parker Madison in at quarterback. We've got Nuke in at running back. Preston Shoffit's out there at wide receiver. Braxton's in at fullback. We got Judkins, Waitman, all those guys in.
Put them deep on a punt. And I'll just tell folks, why are we showing these highlights? Well, I'll just tell you right now, there's about 9 people in the box on those running plays, and we're still getting positive yards from that young group.
Our offensive line did a great job the other night.
Yes.
And right here, you can still see all of our guys headed to the ball. I mean, we're trying to get to the football and tackle, and that's, again, a group activity, and we get there and get it done. So, final score, big for the Tigers, and lucky enough to move on to the next round.
Yeah, another game over 50 points, 51-6 the final. That's over 600 points total on the year now, 606 points, I believe, total on the year. So, again, the offense was clicking. Defense added points again. We talked about special teams. Diego did a great job with kickoffs. When the wind was at his back, he was putting it in the end zone. When the wind was in his face, he was putting it where kind of a little chip shot, little wedge into the return team, if you will. I thought that was great. And then I thought, we saw Jalen, a couple highlights there, Donnie with those returns. When you punt the ball, and they were punting with the wind at their back and had some good punters, when you punt it down there and you're thinking, all right, we got a chance to pin them inside the 20, 15, 10-ish, and then it comes back out to almost the 50, that's a little bit demoralizing for a group.
Yeah, it's tough. And, not every year do you have athletes like that to go back and field punts. We've been lucky enough here the last couple of years to have guys that were pretty skilled at it. So, there's also guys up in front of them, making sure the ball's punted and then getting the body on someone and running with them and giving some lanes for those guys to run in. But, yeah, anytime you can flip the field on special teams, it's a good thing. And we've had some success with this. And if we're going to keep playing, we've got to continue to have success doing those things.
Yeah, Parker Madison did a great job punting the ball down there. We saw that one where they started about the 5-yard line. He pinned them deep down there. Also, he was pretty stoked about lining up at wide receiver too. He was asking me and Drape to check his form, make sure everything looked right out there.
Sure,
so he's a great kid and willing to do whatever it takes for the team, which is what you got on this group.
Super young man, and I know you guys got sick of me talking about it all year long, just trying to develop depth. I mean, you've got to have depth. You've got to have guys that can play roles. You've got to have guys that can finish games. You got to stay healthy, and we got a bunch of guys playing right now, and that's what it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and it's the time of year right now where teams all over the state are feeling the 11 games they've played prior, and so crazy things happen in the playoffs. Big injuries, kind of guys feeling the weight of the season, and so you got to come in. If you can come in healthy and fresh at this point in the year, that's a great thing.
It is, and it's a process.
Yeah,
people just see what goes on Friday nights, and they don't think about all the things and the mornings of lifting and the springtime conditioning and rehab and prehab and all the stuff that you have to do to get ready for a football season. and to watch these guys play well and see it pay off for them. It's a pretty fun deal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So a great batch of highlights there. We'll take a break on Tiger TV. We'll be back and we'll talk about what's coming up in round 2 of the playoffs. We'll also look at the bracket around the state and talk about it a little bit. But we'll be back on Tiger TV in just a moment.
Whether you just came from a workout or you're just out and about, our Social Sips have everything you need to feel good to feel good. Here at Social, we have a variety of teas, shakes, social bowls, or you can even try one of our cold brew coffees, made with you in mind. At Mustang Social and Hometown Social, it's always tea time.
There's a few things we live by in Oklahoma: honesty, integrity, and hard work. At Triton Foundation Repair, if you don't need foundation repair work, we will be the company that tells you, because when you do need it, we want to be the company that doesn't. Honesty, integrity, and hard work. Triton Foundation Repair.
High-speed fiber internet is now available from Tuttle Broadband. Get faster speeds, up to 1 gigabyte in the most modern service available. Stream your favorite shows and get connected with no service contract and competitive pricing. Tuttle Broadband. Schedule your installation today. High-speed fiber internet for a more connected Tuttle.
At Tactical Pest Solutions, we prevent pests from taking over. Our defense will give you peace of mind, keeping your home or business safe from pesky bugs or creepy crawlers. Our tactical approach proactively treats your spaces before high-traffic pest season. Make an appointment today, even if you haven't seen indications of bugs or pests, so we can play defense for your home team. Give us a call and let's keep your home or business free of what's bugging you. Tactical Pest Solutions. We can beat the bugs to the punch.
Life is complex enough. With decades of experience, Cornerstone Insurance Group makes insurance simple. We can help with coverage for your home, farm, or ranch, coverage for all the drivers, cars, and equipment in and around your house, coverage for your business, large or small, life insurance to give you peace of mind. Call or stop by today, and one of our experienced, licensed agents will shop dozens of insurance companies for you, saving you time and money. Call our office or visit us online at oklahomainsured.com.
At Core Orthodontics in Newcastle, we believe every smile has a story. That's why our board-certified orthodontist offers the latest in Light Force custom braces and is recognized as a top Invisalign provider nationwide. We love helping kids as young as 6 start their journey to achieve their best smile, and we make it easy for families with free initial consultations, all insurances accepted, and no interest payment plans. Your best smile starts here. Core Orthodontics in Newcastle and Ada.
At Marshall Auto Supply, our NAPA certified parts professionals are here to help. We stock a wide variety of parts and accessories for all makes and models. Marshall Auto Supply. Stop by or call us today. Located in Chickasha or on Main Street in Tuttle.
All right, welcome back to Tiger TV here on the Coaches Show on a Sunday afternoon, talking about round 1. Clinton came to town 51-6. The Tigers get the victory. So it's win or go home now. So the Tigers move on. There's 8 teams left. We'll take a look at the bracket from around the state. Started off with 16, and you can see here, we'll start there on the top left over there. Elgin and Bethany. Elgin wins that one. Elgin's got a really good group again, and they handled business. Ada Fort Gibson, that was a wild one down to the last couple minutes. I think it was tied with about 3 minutes left.
Yes,
the score, Ada scored a bunch in the last 3 minutes, but got that win. Ada's kind of been the Heartbreak Kids last couple of weeks with the Heart Attack Kids going down to the wire, and their fans their fans better stay on the blood pressure meds because it's been exciting. They took Salisal down to the wire and Fort Gibson down to the wire, and now they've got Elgin. Cushing and Hilldale. Cushing took care of business there. Now they get the privilege to face Ardmore, who Ardmore seems to have that offense rolling, that wild. I don't know if it's a wing tee or split tee or what it is, but they got it rolling.
They got it rolling.
And then we'll go to the bottom of the bracket first. Weatherford down there won their game. They got a pretty good group out there out west. Wild day for them. They had the ammonia leak. I think school was canceled.
Yeah,
And
they did.
part of the town was evacuated, so that had to be a fun one to try and navigate through. But Broken Bow beat Wagner. Broken Bow put, I think, 70 up in that game. They're pretty electric out there in eastern Oklahoma. But we'll see how they handle Weatherford. And then Grove beat Salisaw. So the Ridge Runners will come to town next week, be here at Richardson Family Stadium at 7:00. And that's the 10-1 Grove Ridge Runners, right?
It is, yeah. They're very good. Man, they lost to Cushing is their only loss. They've got really, really good athletes everywhere. They've got a quarterback that's a running threat and a throwing threat. They've got good size up front, offensively and defensively. There's no holes. If you're 10-1, you're a really good football team, and they're a really good football team. Got nothing but respect for them. We know what we're facing, and we won't be taking anyone lightly for sure. So, it'll be a great football game. That's what's left this time of year. Great football teams, and I mean, people all year long have tried to talk to me about who else is there. Well, there's a lot of teams that are really good. I mean, you just read through a bunch of them. I've seen a little bit of Broken Bow, and they're really good. I've seen Grove now this week. They're really, really good. There's just a lot of good football teams left, and Grove's kind of a special thing for me. My dad lives there. My mom grew up there, went to high school there. She's a graduate of Grove High School. Still got some really good friends out there. Know some of the coaches on staff, Coach Crowder, Coach Ward. I mean, there's just a lot of good people there, and some guys that I've known for years and years, and got a lot of respect for them and how they're playing. And Coach Keenum's done an excellent job taking over the program. He was at Wagner for a couple of years there when we played Wagner one time, and he knows what he's doing. They know what they're doing. All sides of the football, they're talented. They play fast. They do all the things that you have to do to be a good football team, and it's definitely a really good football team. We will have to play extremely well to play with them.
Yeah, and this is the time of year, playoffs is about playing your best ball at this point. Whatever sport you're in, you see teams, and it's, hey, this is the time of year where you've got to play your best ball. You cannot get away with a down week. You can't get away with, coming in kind of lackluster. So the stakes are higher. Like we said, win or go home. Everybody's looking to go 1-0 every week. And you get the privilege to play the next week if you take care of business. And so that's what makes it so fun, though. That's what makes this time of year so exciting and so electric. We also have the best atmosphere in the state, bar none.
Sure are perfect.
Yeah, when Richardson Family Stadium gets going, I thought the intro video this week was pretty awesome. I mean, they shut the lights out, the music goes. It's just a cool thing. Had the little guys down there on the little leaguers down on the field this week.
Those
that was awesome.
Fired up, weren't
Yeah,
they?
they were.
So
yeah, there was a couple of them that might have run through, made some tackles for you this week.
That's the future. I mean, somebody asked me about that. Well, we can't believe you let them all down there, and they're going to run out with you guys for a playoff game or whatever. I'm like, hey, that's the future. I mean, these guys need to know what it is and what it's like, and that's how you keep them excited. I mean, they have to have that longing to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And man, if that helps them, lights a fire with some of those young guys, for sure, we want to do that any way we can. What a great atmosphere! It's so fun.
Yeah.
High school football is so fun, and it's not just here. I mean, I'm sure Grove would tell you the same thing about their home field and all that, and as well they should.
Absolutely.
Everyone's going to be partial to home, but I just love it. I love our school. I love our town. All the kids, they're just so much fun. It's such a cool place to be and live and work, and we're really, really. well, you got to make sure your heart's right this time of year. You know what I mean? You have to embrace every day, and you have to know that, hey, there's 8 teams left, man. You know, you're in the thick of it. Everybody starts the year thinking they have a chance to be really good, and you earn the right to get to play this time of year. So I'm proud of them. I'm very, very. I don't say it enough. I wish I could say it more. I'm so thankful for our coaches, and I'm so appreciative of the job they do and the time they spend preparing kids. And I know I talk a lot about it, but I'm telling you, those guys, they do it, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. I just love this staff. I love the way they teach our kids. I love the way they're there for the kids, and not just with football. I think everybody cares about what's going on inside that locker room and inside that school, and that's a blessing, and it doesn't happen everywhere.
No, and that's the cool thing. One of the cool things we get to do in our role in Tiger TV is we get to have conversations with you and with these other coaches, and it's awesome to me the number of times I've had conversations with coaches about players, and it's not about their performance on the field. It's not about how they practice that week. It's about who that kid is as a young man, who he's grown into, the growth that he's had from year to year, the funny things they do. They talk about them as the people they're becoming, and that's such a fun thing. And it's cool to get to hear about those kids that I don't get to interact with them a lot, and so to kind of hear their personality through the coaches, and to hear the way the coaches care about the kids, that's a special thing. And we got a really good thing here in Tuttle.
It's fun, and every one of these kids has a battle or a story of their own. Something they've had to go through to get where they want to go and where they're at today, and then in turn, every team has a story. And you can't really talk about the story until you finish the season. So these guys all have their little battles they work through every week for their own story, and then how that fits in the big book of things. And man, it's fun as coaches to watch them grow and see things happen and transpire, and kids grow up that there's guys that play you never thought when they were little they were ever going to be a player. And they turn into Tuttle Tigers, man. And it's so cool, so fun to watch. And that's the beauty of high school athletics, the beauty of sports. I think it would do anybody in this world who can't care for anyone because of what they look like or where they come from or anything like that should have to go be in a locker room every day, because it is the ultimate melting pot for society and young men and young women in the girls' sports. But sports is where it's at, and I think it develops the next generation of leaders.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got a great group this year. We're excited about the things that they're doing on the field, but for a lot of them, there's a lot of life left. For all of them, there's a lot of life left after this, and so the things and the qualities and the character traits they're learning now will serve them well down the road, and that's what we're really excited about. Really excited to see who they become, not only on the field but in life.
You learn how to get up. I mean, you learn how to mess up, get up, keep walking, and that will be good for their lives one day.
Yep, absolutely. Well, round 1 was a success. Clinton Red Tornadoes sent them down the road 51-6. Round 2, the Grove Ridge Runners, last home game of the season. So last game here at Richardson Family Stadium, 7:00 Friday night. Everybody come out. I implore you, come out here, fill the stands, get here early. Gates open, I think about 6:00, 5:45-ish. So come out, get a seat, get loud, be ready, because when the lights come on and there's 12 minutes on the clock, it's go time. And so we'll have it on Tiger TV, but if you can, make it out. Hey, we had our text line was blowing up this week. We had people checking in from South Korea, Washington State, 15, 16 different states. It was pretty awesome to see the people checking in that physically couldn't be here because of where they were at. So that was kind of fun.
He's a Tuttle graduate from South Korea. He was actually
That's pretty cool. Tuttle graduate from South Korea.
Yep, stationed over there doing in the military, and so he was off it was Saturday morning over there, so he was off and watching Tiger TV, watching Tuttle football.
Well, welcome. Thank you for watching, and man, we're so thankful for everyone. But it would mean a lot to our kids if you'll come out, bundle up. It's playoff weather. It's playoff football. It's against a great football team. It's going to be a battle, and we're really looking forward to playing football Friday night.
Yep, absolutely. Well, thanks again for joining us on Sunday afternoon.
Thank you, buddy.
It was a fun one, and we'll do it again hopefully next week. But join us Friday night, 7:00. Grove Ridge Runners come to town, round 2 of the playoffs. Thanks for joining us on